The biotech industry is clearly going to be one of the major high-tech industries of the 21st century.
I think it's important for Australia and New Zealand to work together because of the need to develop a critical mass.
And it makes not only no sense to work apart, but it makes enormous sense to work together.
The talent in New Zealand and Australia is very complementary. I think we have a very similar scientific ethos, we have a very similar way of doing things. We all have the sort of get up and go attitude. And I think that the quality of people here and the quality of ideas here is such that we are easily competitive with what's going on in the rest of the world, and we can really build a sustainable biotechnology industry here.
We have a very strong suit, for instance, in agricultural biotech, which is where both of our biotech industries were founded. I believe that New Zealand plus Australia could become, it's a cliche, the Silicon Valley. There's nowhere else in the world where ag biotech ought to occur more easily, ought to occur more powerfully, and really, in this day and age of a smaller globe, it's easy for us to imagine that we could be the global centre for ag biotech.
New Zealand brings strong science, strong innovation, and also a unique set of problems that can be studied in that context. One thing we must never forget, and that's to continue to build on our innovation, on our basic biomedical science research. That's critical to the future. Leveraging off that, we need to develop our biotech capacity, and we need to develop as much of the value chain and exploit that value chain within Australia and New Zealand as we can.
We've got a long history in New Zealand of innovation in the area of developing human therapeutics. We have, for example, the Cancer Research Group in Auckland, who actually have drugs on the market now. New Zealand has lots of great science and a culture of innovation in its science, and we have a lot of resources that could be useful to the Australian biotechnology industry, such as medicinal chemistry capabilities. I think if we can start working together through academic research collaborations and build on that into viable and sustainable biotechnology businesses, both economies will benefit from it.
I think it's critically important that we establish a regional critical mass in bioscience and biotechnology so that we can interact with the rest of the world.
In research or in commerce, the end of the day ought to see us being able to do things we couldn't do before.